Tough game for us. It was about physicality. Right away, I knew what their mindset was: crash the glass, be physical, be tough. And for whatever reason, we weren't ready to take on that type of physicality when we had just had 2 games of that nature. Obviously, it was on the road, and you got to give all the credit to Temple, man. They took everything that we had out of us and won a good game.
Questions? The rebounding seemed to be the biggest issue of the night. I mean, when it's this far out of whack, what do you say? Like, how do you?
You just say they didn't compete. They're just competing. Ball goes in the air. We know what's happening. We know what's going on. We work on it all the time. It just seemed like tonight we were so focused on offense that when our offense wasn't working, we weren't really caring about the other end. And hopefully we'll turn that around.
Penny, it's the second or third game you've kind of said the lack of competing, with your guys. For a team that's kind of built on competing, right through the non-conference, built on playing tough. What switched from December to now?
I just said, ECU had us 46-36 second half. We were throwing the ball away, so that's basically what that was. North Texas is a really tough physical team, physicality, and today was physicality. First half, that just wasn't the Memphis basketball team. We knew to come out and punch. We knew what they were capable of, and we didn't do it. I mean, we just have to do it.
I mean, you guys have played some of the best teams in the country. What did you see out of Temple today that you think makes them a good team?
They were united and bonded together to crash the glass and stay in attack mode. That's one of our weaknesses. It has been one of our weaknesses, and they took full advantage of it.
Is it more like the vibe that you're picking up from the team? Is it like more body language, or are guys actually saying things verbally that are?
No, I can just look at body language. Like, we know we gotta give up the first 2 or 3 or 4 offensive rebounds. You know what their mindset is, and we never did. And that just hurt us. Every chance we had to get back into the game, they got a big offensive rebound. Got to stop, but they got the offensive rebound.
Is there a difference between sort of the rebounding from the guards and the rebounding from the bigs? Because the sort of the guard rebounding differential today was really gigantic.
Yeah, it was the guards. The guards, obviously everybody watches film, and we get a little lazy sometimes on boxing out, and that's everybody's game plan now. We're going to grow from this and get better because we've done it before. We've boxed out in plenty of games, and I don't know what happened tonight, but it was definitely the guard rebounding tonight was huge.
How worried are you? I mean, it is the narrow wins against North Texas and East Carolina, and then this, and it's, basically a year since things went south. Where is your worry meter?
No worry yet. No worry yet. I think that players will bounce back from this. We're not bailing out because we lost the game. Obviously, everybody expects us to win every game. We just have to change some things, and I'm sure our guys will be ready. I'm not going backwards and start talking about last year. I'm not going to panic. God is still in control. We're still in control of our own destiny. It's one loss in conference, and we learn from it and move on.
Some of the lineups that you tried in the first half, is that just you trying to press some buttons to see what works when guys are giving effort?
Yeah, that's my job. If guys are sleepwalking out there or not boxing out, and we missed a ton of free throws tonight as well. So we had opportunities to seal the deal or get back into the game and just missed our opportunities with free throws. You can't do both. You can't miss free throws on the road, and you can't lose the rebound margin on the road.
What'd you see out there when you rolled out a 4-guard lineup and then a 3-big line? You were just trying different things.
Yeah, I was trying to hit him with whatever we could hit him with to change the momentum, and we never could change the momentum. We couldn't find anybody or 5 guys that were really locked in on doing what they needed to do.
Was there one play or one sequence? Because, I mean, you guys, despite it all, were right there in it with, 3 minutes left or 2.5 minutes or whatever?
Yeah, we were down 2,
yeah. And
the zone gets the offensive rebound off the free throw. Now box out with PJ and Kobe. Got a pinch. They didn't pinch. He get the rebound. Mashburn hits a 3. That was a big dagger. One of them.
Do you think maybe the full court pressure would kind of force turnovers sort of in the half court, but not really, in their back court to create a lot of easy?
Well, what happened was early on they were ready for our pressure, so we backed off and started getting it in the half court. But when you're down 4 or 5 points with 2 minutes to go, you're trying to change the momentum again, and We played out of desperation. We didn't play smart. Usually our pressure is organized chaos. It's not just chaotic. It became chaotic because we knew that we had let ourselves down by not showing up and being ready to play the game. So we started being very wild, and then they got some layups.
Penny, PJ Haggerty's obviously carried y'all, for chunks of this season. That first half was kind of, I guess, uncharacteristic for him to only shoot, 4 or 5 field goals. Was that part of the game plan, going through Danger, going through Nicholas, Jourdain, or?
It was not. But you got to know Nick coming back to Temple, he's going to be more aggressive. And that's for PJ to be the leader, get the ball in his hands, and then say, hey, let's settle down. But again, if you're not touching the ball, there's plenty of other things to do. And you have to do it as a team, and that's what we have to learn. We have to learn that if the ball isn't falling, we won big games on the road at Clemson and at Virginia by just being tough and battling it out. We weren't tough enough tonight. They were the tougher team, toughest team won.
Do you have anything on the mind right now as far as what button to push next, or not at all, and just keep solely?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep teaching. We teach as hard as anyone. We put the right things in place. The players mentally have to be ready to go. We weren't ready, for whatever reason, we weren't ready to go tonight.
We got time for 2 more.
Penny, you mentioned after, I think, obviously a few weeks back after Maui during your radio show that I think your words were something had changed with the team. I guess their mindset or psyche. What do you mean by that? And is this part of that? What happened
No,
tonight?
I mean, when we came back from Hawaii, we weren't really hunting anymore. We just weren't hunting. So it just seems like it shifted. And we got a lot of pump over there in Hawaii. That's just the non-conference schedule is not the regular season. Like it's not conference. So for us, we have to keep the main thing. And conference is going to be tough. There's not going to be an easy game in conference because every game is going to be hard. You're getting everybody's best shot. So we'll learn from today, and we're not panicking. We'll be better for Charlotte.
Right, Coach. You said earlier that you guys played out of desperation, but there was still some signs where there were showings of a high basketball IQ on your guys, and especially on defense. What do you still have to say about your teams?
No, I'm proud of my guys up until this point. You're not going to have every game be great, especially offensively, but defense travels. We didn't bring our defense in our box house today. So, I mean, obviously it's not the end of the world. We're a pretty resilient team, and I'm sure we'll bounce back.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.